pull, the hook, the drive, the sweep is better learned on the field. So, gear up for all-out actioneering. Only at Agni College of Technology.
Thank you very much, Speaker Sir, for giving me an opportunity to speak on the Jan Vishwas Amendment of Provisions Bill 2026 or the Jan Vishwas 2.0. Sir, this particular bill has 79 central acts and 717 provisions decriminalized, sir. Sir, if you look at the history of this in the recent past, in 2023 Act, they had involved 42 laws and 183 provisions, sir. In the 2025 bill, which was proposed, there were only 16 laws, 16 to 17 laws, and 288 provisions which were to be decriminalized. But that number suddenly has sharply increased, where now it involves 79 central acts and 717 provisions, sir. Sir, if you look at the laws, it is like several laws which are involved. And the most important is the bulk of this decriminalization is being brought in the economic and business regulation laws, sir. So we feel that this is only to help the corporate companies so that they can get away with imprisonment and they can just settle with just fines. So this kind of a law will make sure that the companies are not going to have any respect for, say, safety standards or pollution standards, all these problems, which is going to be a huge headache for the common man, sir. Because these people who set up their companies, they'll be setting it up in one place where it will be the poor who will be surrounding and living over there in an industrial area. And these people will be far, far away, protected from environmental problems or whatever. So the other things which are involved is about infrastructure and utility laws, where Electricity Act and transport and logistic regulations are involved. And also it involves the transport and municipal laws, industrial and labor-related laws, consumer standards and measurement laws. So here also, when you're talking about the consumers, already as it is, the consumers have no redressal, because most of the times we do not have a clue about how to go about get our dues if there is something where I have a problem with some kind of a product or whatever. Again, here you are making it easier, where corporates are going to be not answerable to the problems which they have created, where the common man will be left running from pillar to post, sir. And also you're talking about the health and product regulation laws, which involves the Drugs and Cosmetics Act, sir. Sir, I think this provision should be re-examined, though the select committee has been recommended certain provisions. I feel that these things should be regulated, because there are a lot of instances where quacks are practicing, sir, and we don't know whether these people also are going to be protected over there, where they are manufacturing and selling products, maybe not even licensed. And though complaints are being sent to the authorities, no action is being taken. As it is, with this law, it will become even more easy for them to float all these norms, sir. And also the commodity and sector-specific laws, where you are talking about the Tea Act and the Coir Industry Act, the problem will be about licensing and export compliance, sir. So this nature of decriminalization removes imprisonment. Sir, if you look at the problems, the core threats and risks this bill is going to be creating, it will be something where most of the time we say that minor offenses are being done, which need not have an arrest provision. But if you look at the law, it does not say arrest. It says arrest and imprisonment and or a fine. So it is left to the discretion of the person implementing it. So if you are looking at, we've seen it in several instances, sir, where the rich, especially spoiled brats, where they are going about driving on a highway or wherever, they have total disregard to people around them, even if they are not drunk. There are instances where these have ended up in deaths of innocent civilians, sir. When you are having a bill which says that a traffic accident need not be criminalized, it is decriminalized, it will be with, they will have absolutely no respect for the law, and they may even insult a policeman, saying that, what is it? This is only a fine which I have to pay. Okay, here, take it. And they will throw it on their face. These instances do happen, sir. We have seen so many YouTube videos where the police have to bear the brunt of all these kind of behavior from the affluent people, sir, affluent society, especially youngsters. Sir, there is also lack of independence. Earlier, all these laws had a provision where it will go for a judicial scrutiny, where the courts are involved, and we can expect some kind of legal redressal for these issues, sir. But here, we are looking at an adjudicating officer who is going to be deciding on it. And the moment there is a bureaucratic person involved, there is always going to be a suspicion whether he is going to be influenced by either the political or administrative personnel, sir. So these kind of risks are inherent in this bill. So how are we going to be addressing all these issues? And the competence gaps, these officials may lack the judicial and technical expertise to decide complex cases. For example, sir, in my constituency is a highly polluted area because there are so many industries over here. Sir, these industries have created so much of pollution problems, and we are trying to take legal actions against them. But if you're going to be decriminalizing this, those industries are going to act with impunity and say, okay, at the most it's going to be a 10,000 rupee fine. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to put all my whatever sewage and slush into the rivers or whatever and pollute it, sir. And this is going to also dilute deterrence for public safety, sir. And if you're looking at examples of how this will affect, the Drug and Cosmetics Act, it had a provision for imprisonment, but now it has been removed. This potential risk to consumer safety if companies prioritize profits over strict compliance, sir. Sir, National Highways Act, up to 5 years of imprisonment if a highway is unsafe. But now you've decriminalized it. So a corporator who is laying a road may say that I don't care about the safety of people, and he may compromise for profits. And also the Indian Post Office Act, sir, criminal penalty for unlawfully opening of
Okay,
postal
sir,
articles.
thank you.
I can't understand why this is decriminalized.
Shri
It is an
Patel,
offense which should be criminalized. And also, sir, when we are talking about the environmental problem, our Honorable Prime Minister in COP 26 in Denmark, he said when the whole world was willing to go for net zero by 2030, the government of India, represented by our Honorable Prime Minister, they said we are going to only do it by 2070. You bring this law, environment is going to go for a toss where even by 2100 you will not be able to achieve your environmental net zero, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.